Hey everyone, Random Randy here. This is Yarn Talk episode 37. As I've already stated, my name is Randy and I vlog about all sorts of yarny stuff. Sometimes I knit, sometimes I crochet, I dye yarn a little bit here and there, and I do have some fiber that eventually I'm going to get around to spinning. So, Halloween yesterday was fantastic. The boys had a lot of fun. Killian, as expected, was pretty quickly worn out from walking, so that didn't last very long. Thankfully, we took the wagon because he's pretty heavy. He'll be 3 in a few weeks, and he's close to 50 pounds. I think Adam said 19 kilograms, maybe? 19 and some change. So that's what a kilogram's what, like 2.2 or 2.3 pounds. So I have no idea. I can't convert the math in my head. They always kept telling us when we were kids here in America, oh, by the time you're a grown-up, everything will be metric. I think they've been saying that for generations to our parents, and it's just never gonna happen because we wouldn't be America if we didn't do everything differently and probably honestly counterintuitively. Just my personal opinion on that. So anyway, Halloween went well. The kids' costumes were super cute. I'm gonna actually put a few clips of them at the end of the video. If you have me on Instagram, you've probably already seen it. If you don't have me on Instagram, my tag there is just Random Randy's Ramblings, which I know is a pain in the butt to type out, but it's just all together, no caps, no spaces, bam. So Halloween went well. The kids got a giant bucket full of candy combined, and I separated out all the lollipops so that they can gradually be introduced to the children, because Killian is a big lollipop junkie. When he was sitting in the wagon last night, in between a big stretch in between houses, he managed to unwrap and inhale about 3 dum-dums in a less than 5-minute span before my husband could get them away from him. So I've got those separated out so that when I let the kids pick their 1 or 2 pieces of candy per usually afternoon, it won't be quite so bad. And the boys are awake, by the way, so if you hear hopefully happy squealing and noises, they're running around the living room. Killian decided today that he had more important things to do than take a nap. Even though he told me he was tired and he wanted to read a story, I read him a book and snuggled him, and he sat in bed and I sang to him, and he sat there and kept booping my nose and being almost 3. I said, well, if you're not going to go to sleep, I'm not spending any more of my time on this kid, so get your butt up, just go play. If it means you pass out for half an hour at 5 o'clock, I really don't care. I'm just not going to spend any more time trying to force you to sleep when you clearly aren't interested. So this week, because of the kids' costumes, I have 1 finished object, and that is my order for the Zero Lovey that I finished this morning. That will be going in the mail tomorrow. This is from a free pattern that is by, I can never remember the person's name, Jamie Hackford. It's on Ravelry. It's a free pattern. I've made quite a few of these now, and the pattern calls for a J-hook, but I use a, what is this teeny tiny one? I use a 3.5 millimeter or E-hook for everything except the square that it's attached to, because the body is just a big granny square. The pattern calls for doing 10 rows with a J-hook. I do 6 rows, and then I do this open shell stitch on the outside. I just think it makes it look more ruffly and ghost-like. And I use a K-hook for the square, but this part I use the E-hook for. So that's the only finished thing that I have aside from the kids' costumes, because they've pretty much devoured my life for the past week. I have a few other things started. Oh my lord, I'm listening to the kids being crazy. And another thing that's finished, even though I finished this a long time ago, is this hat that I'm wearing. This is a knitted hat. It is made with, what the heck is this yarn called? Because I know I bought more bags of it after doing this. Red Heart Boutique Midnight. I got this in bags of 3 from Hirschner's. I actually lucked into the 2 skeins of it that I used held together to do this in the clearance rack at Joann's. I want to say it was maybe $2.50 a ball there. I think these were maybe $10 for a bag, so 333.33 repeating-ish, whatever, for per ball. That's not bad. And this is 65% acrylic, 23% wool, 6% metallic, and 6% nylon. So it does stripe, and this is actually 2 skeins held together, so the striping, when you look close at it, you can actually see that there's 2 colors going through the whole thing. There's that. So this is the front body panel of my sweater. I did get to do a few rows on this. I didn't get to do very many because, like I said, kids' costumes devoured all my crafting time. But this is what it looks like when I showed it to you guys last time it was here. So I think I did 2 or 3 more rows, and that's all I really had time for. But this is the His and Hers outdoor sweater pattern. It was a free pattern I found from Ravelry. And I think it had a really weird thing with the link. You had to go to the link a certain way because if you just tried to punch it in or click through it, it wouldn't work. It was designed by Bendy Carter, and it was in Crochet World magazine, October 2009. And that's the picture of what it's going to look like eventually once it's finished. The men's sweater is a lot easier to see because the color's lighter, but it'll be similar to that once it's done. And I'm doing black for all of the ribbing around the sleeves, and the neck I'm going to do black as well. So I'm working on that. Someday, eventually, I will have myself a sweater. And I also, just at random, I don't know why, but I kind of couldn't resist. I just saw the video popped up in my recommended videos and thought, well, I'll learn how to do a new stitch. Why not? So this is the, goes this way. This is the start of the Steampunk and Stars cowl. That is a video tutorial from Nadia over at Yarn Utopia. This is just the start of it. I'll give you a close-up of the yarn because this yarn is awesome. This yarn is from Ice Yarns. As you can see, it kind of stripes. It has a whole bunch of neutral and kind of metallic colors to it, which I thought for steampunk would be perfect. I believe it's asymmetrical. Yeah, it's supposed to be asymmetrical. And I do have extra leather bits and chains and whatnot to attach it, so it'll be sitting here-ish. It's a long triangle, and she has some suggestions on how to make it your own. You can add fringe to one side, fringe to both sides, whatever. It's gonna be pretty cool. This yarn is from Ice Yarns, and it is the Harmony Wool Cafe Latte Black Gray whatever. If you've ever ordered from Ice Yarns, you know that their yarn descriptions are pretty much just, this is what it is, this is the fiber content, this is the color. They don't have weird inventive color palette names for things. But this is part wool, part acrylic. I want to say it's 60 wool, 40 acrylic. So that is it for stuff I have made progress on this week. My next project I am planning to finish is the hard candy baby blanket that I've shown a few times that I've been working on, because I realized that since the last time I showed it to you, I have made absolutely zero progress on it. So I'm going to be finishing this. I want to say I've got probably somewhere between 5 and 10 rows to finish it. So probably finish off doing 5 rows of the dark pink and then finish it off with the brown and then do a border and call it good. And that's a free pattern from the Moogly blog. So that is all the stuff that I've got going so far this week. I am trying very, very hard to resist the urge to start something new because I do want to finish a few of the bigger projects that I have. That way I can just be done with them. I really, really want to go through and do like Kendra from Hooked by Happenstance has done and make out a physical list of some sort with all of the things that I currently have partway done so that I can prioritize things and figure out if I'm actually going to finish it or if it's something where I should just reclaim the yarn and put it aside for something different later. Because who knows how many things are actually sitting in those bags full of stuff in the closet that are partway finished projects. I don't, and that's where the problem is. So the things that I'm really wanting to start, my next hat project I have decided, since I can do regular standard double crochet beanies without even having to look at what I'm doing or count or anything, I'm going to be trying this cabled crochet hat. This is called Softly Drifts the Snow. And this was, I believe this is a free pattern on Ravelry. I'll link to it either way. But it looks super cute. I don't know if there's any other close-ups of the cabling that I can show that won't give it all away. It does also have a chart with it, which is awesome. But this is my next hat project. And when I was at Joann's a week or two ago, because I had all my coupons, found this awesome book on shawls and vests from Lion Brand, and the regular price on it was $5.99, but if you shop Joann often enough, you know you've got a million coupons on things, and sometimes their books are 40% off anyway. But just to show you some of the designs that are in it, all of these are done with shawl and a ball, I believe, but you can do them honestly with any worsted weight yarn. It's not really a big deal. But I really liked some of the patterns because they're still mostly simple, but I like the way that they look. So I'll probably be doing some of those because I am wanting to do more garment style things. In the coming year, we are almost into the full-on panic of holiday crafting. In fact, now that Halloween's over, let's be perfectly honest, it is time to start panicking about holiday crafting. Start freaking out right now. But anyway, so that's my plan for that. That's the stuff I want to work on. And I have one last thing that I want to show that is also craft related. It is for my 300 subscriber giveaway that I've been planning to do for quite some time now. I just had to gather things and figure out what I was going to do. So now that I'm almost at 400 subscribers, which is super awesome, but it feels ridiculous to me to be doing this as a 300 subscriber giveaway, I have some things in this awesome bag, which the general consensus was that you guys mostly liked the black bag, which is fine. I use the red bag as a project bag all the time now. I have a few things in here, and whoever ends up winning it, I can also include a hand-dyed skein of yarn from me. But I know that some people who watch are vegans and don't do wool, and the only yarn that I have dyed so far has wool content. So if that's something you're interested in, cool. If it's not, we'll hash that out and I'll figure something else out that I can send you. So aside from the bag, I got a pom-pom maker, which has a large and larger pom-pom maker. This is the size that I have, that I use the most often. I usually use this giant one for adult hats and this one for kid hats. I just like really big pom-poms when I'm gonna have them, I guess. I got this book called Crochet to Calm. And as most of you know from my talks about mental health, crochet is my happy place. It makes the world seem much less dismal, and it helps me chill out when my anxiety has me ratcheted down so tight that I feel like my spring is going to give way at any time. This has a lot of different types of projects, which is why I thought this would be a good book to give out. It has scarves, slippers, a couple of different types of slippers, cowl, hat, cowl, arm warmers, mittens, different mandalas. It has a few. Mug cozy, basket, a blanket, pillow cover, a few pillow covers, a giant floor poof, another pillow cover, a market bag. I think that's it. Yep. So this has 18 fun, easy projects that can be completed in almost no time at all. They're all fairly simple. A few of them have slightly more complicated stitch pattern, but the instructions in here are clear. It's all written patterns. There are charts for things that need them, like this mandala, for instance. So there's the book, pom-pom maker, the bag itself, and because as much as I enjoyed it, I've decided that I'm not ever going to make anything with them. I have 2 skeins of mandala in the Genie colorway. Mandala is an acrylic yarn. It is a DK or 3 lightweight yarn, and it is very gorgeous shades of a light mint green, gray, almost black, not quite black, let's say light gray and dark gray, and white. There are 2, and are these, and yes, they are actually the same dye lot, because I'm awesome like that. So there are 2 of those. So all of this stuff is going to go to one awesome viewer, and all I need from you guys in order to be entered into the drawing for it is for you to write down in the comments whether you are team knit or team crochet. That's it. No arguing, no being nasty to somebody if they're on the other team. I personally am bisexual. I can knit. I prefer to crochet because it goes a lot quicker for me. But you know, whatever. You go with what you're comfortable with, or you break out of your comfort zone and embrace both things, which is also totally awesome. So that is the thing for the giveaway, and I think that's the last thing that I had that I wanted to tell you all about. Yes. Happy kid noises in the background. So I wanted to say thank you so much, everybody, for watching, and I will catch you all sometime next week. Not quite sure when. Probably Wednesday or Thursday. We'll see. But thank you so much to everybody who's been coming back and watching everything. Especially thank you to everybody who's been talking back and forth with me on the Vlogtober videos. I really do like getting to know all of you guys because, as you know, I'm a stay-at-home mom, also an army wife. I spend a lot of time with no other grown-ups, just my 2 little boys and me. So I'm totally open and thankful to have you guys to talk with. Welcome to all of the new subscribers. I hope you enjoy your stay and I hope you stick around. I hope you find something useful here. As always, I'll have links to all of the patterns down in the description box below. If I mentioned I was going to link something and I didn't, just let me know in a comment because I'm human and sometimes I totally space when I'm doing the long monotonous list of links in my video descriptions. So thank you again so much for watching, everybody, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye. Can you hold your arms out, Hunter? Hold it out. Yeah, go like this.
Did you say cheese?
Go like this. Cheese. Why is what? Why is the rat out there? Because Daddy put it there. yeah, it's my phone. Can you say trick or treat?
Trick or treat.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Killian, leave it alone.